Welcome into the DNVR Rockies Podcast. I am your host, Suzie Hunter. We've got Tiff producing today. Tiff's plugging in her mic right now. But guys, we welcome to the first day of the MLB offseason. Wow. I'm sad. I'm depressed about it. But we got a World Series winner out of it. Congratulations to the Texas Rangers, who won the World Series 4-1. And they did it all on the road. They won all of their road games, 11 consecutive road wins. That is a record, breaking the previous single season postseason record by a bunch. Because the last time we saw something like this was the 2019 World Series, where everyone only won on the road. What a weird, wild postseason we've had. The question of the day that I am putting out there: was this a good World Series? Because there's been a lot of people chirping in the comments since the start of the postseason saying this matchup would be one of the lamest ones. I was very entertained every single game. So I personally thought this was a good World Series, even though it did end up being a little more lopsided than we thought it was. But we're going to leave it to you guys in the comments, in the chat. Let me know if you think, and let me know what you think. But I do have some thoughts in the chat already. Burge saying, yes, it was a good World Series because one team got to win their first championship. The more it seems that small markets have a legitimate chance to win, the better it is for baseball. Of course, that also poses another question, which I think Burge addressed too. Is Texas a small market? I think it's a medium market because it's a really big city. It's a really big metropolitan area. Technically, they represent all of Texas, but, you know, there's also Houston in the mix, too. But, yeah, Texas is a huge city. Seems like a pretty good sports town. They got Cowboys fans, though. That's disgusting to me. But I think Texas is a medium market. It's just nice to see a team that's not the Astros win it again. It's nice to see a team that's not the Dodgers or the Yankees or like any of these teams that national media just can't seem to stop talking about. It's nice to see a couple of teams that no one totally expected to see in a World Series so soon after losing 100+ games. Both of them are in this position. I think this World Series was pretty good for baseball. Chris in the chat, wherever Will Smith ends up next year. Sorry, I've read before, I swear. Wherever Will Smith ends up next year is who I'm betting on to win the World Series. Yeah, so many Wills Smith. But yeah. Which one?
I definitely, I was like, Will Smith. I was like, what? And then it clicked. It clicked.
Tiff, there's actually 2 Wills Smith in MLB. There's 2 of them.
And 3 famous ones. This is crazy.
3 famous ones.
I don't like it.
It's pretty wild.
Which one is Jada constantly dragging?
You know what? Honestly, all of them. When she hurts one Will Smith, she hurts them all. Will in the chat, Dallas's 5th market size. It is a medium market. 5th in market size is, that's pretty large considering there are, in the country, in terms of television media markets, there are more than 200 of them. So that, I would say that ranks pretty high in terms of, market sizes. But yeah, the only markets that are bigger than Texas, Philly's number 4, Chicago's 3, LA's 2, New York is 1. So, I don't know. There aren't a lot of bigger markets than Dallas. But still, in terms of baseball, definitely a medium-sized market. Chris in the chat, the one that won 3 state World Series with 3 different teams. Oh, he's asking. We're talking about that, Will Smith. I know. No, we got you. That was pretty funny. Chris, thank you for having a good sense of humor here. Yeah, let's really talk about this World Series. We'll talk about it a little more tomorrow too. Probably for the next week, maybe for the rest of the postseason, because this World Series I feel like is so big for us as a team that just lost more than 100 games. Seeing two teams manage to make it there. They both made it there in very different ways. Only one of them was successful, and it was the team that spent a ton of money, like $500 million last year. So that was one thing. Part of the big $500 million spending, the Rangers could not have won this World Series without Jon Gray, because what he did when he came in relief, they wouldn't have won this series in 5 games if it wasn't for Jon Gray. So kind of crazy, kind of wild. He could have been ours, but the Rockies didn't even extend an offer to him. I don't know. Baseball's nuts, man. That was like, I hope the darkest days of the Rockies doing stuff like that is behind us. Although, like, let's really talk about it. Hello, stream of consciousness. Let's get after it. If we still had Jon Gray, people would be complaining that the Rockies were wasting Jon Gray's prime. So I'm happy that he was able to go out there, win a World Series. Listen, our own Jon Gray, first round draft pick, is going to have a World Series ring. Dude, congratulations to Jon Gray. Real fast, let's shout out our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook, because, listen, it's betting season. I made a really good bet. I had a DraftKings pick of the week earlier this week. I said pick the over on game 4 because it was a bullpen game. Fam, we hit the over in the 3rd inning. It was a little too good. It was so good. I was very happy with that. I hope you guys won some money off of that. But yeah, DraftKings, who are the pretenders and who are the contenders? We're more than halfway through the NFL season, and DraftKings Sportsbook, listen, they're still pumping out unbeatable offers every single game. New customers can bet just $5 on anything and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. So listen, I've been making money off of DraftKings all freaking week. I mentioned we had a good pick. You guys can get in on the action too, even though baseball is over. Guess what? We still got lots of NFL. So get in on the football action with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the app now and use code DNVR. New customers can bet just $5 on anything to get $200 instantly in bonus bets only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code DNVR. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, licensee partner Golden Nugget, Lake Charles, Louisiana. 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms for eligibility and deposit restrictions, terms, and responsible gambling resources. And here's a responsible life resource: Kind Love. I love Kind Love. Who doesn't need a little weed at the end of a day, at the end of a season, etc.? Kind Love is so excited to be the official partner of DNVR. And listen, they're a local brand. We're a local brand. Local brands, we love on each other. And we love Kind Love Cannabis. We always get a great, consistent experience when we use it. And Kind Love's making their stuff with quality, integrity, consistency, and safety. That's what they're all about. But yeah, they're one of the OG dispensaries here in Colorado. They've been doing it since 2010. They've got the Turbo Core, they've got the Turbo Joint, and they've got some good deals for our listeners too. Visit one of the stores in either the one in Cherry Creek or the one in North Denver, mention DNVR. You're going to get the DNVR listener exclusive discount of 25% off all Kind Love flour, pre-rolls, and their turbo joint line. So you can visit their website at Kind Love and use that same code DNVR for online ordering and look at their full menu, or mention DNVR. You'll get that deal in the store too. Sounds good, right, Tiff? Right. Someone I don't know, I forget what Kale posted yesterday, but someone replied, what is a turbo joint? Because he mentioned,
it was his slow walk.
Yeah. He posted something funny and was like, went through a turbo joint. And someone was like, what's a turbo joint? I'm like, how do y'all not know what the turbo joint is? What is happening here? Jon Gray, World Series winner. We also got to see some finalists were announced for the Silver Slugger Award, and not a single Rocky made the list of finalists. The question that we put on our Twitter earlier, who's next? Who is the next Rocky to get the Silver Slugger Award? Because the last time we had a Silver Slugger winner was Trevor Story back in 2019. Kind of crazy, especially because this is a hitter's ballpark. We should have a little benefit here. And no one was even close to that. It was a tough year. We all know that. We all lived it. But yeah, between 2015 and 2019, Rockies had at least one Silver Slugger every single one of those seasons. The first to do it, Vinny Castilla and Dante Bichette back in 95. Guys, we are in a little bit of a Silver Slugger drought. Wouldn't that be fun to get out of that drought? Wouldn't it be fun? We have a baseball drought right now until February 23rd. That is the first spring training game. So we got a couple of months until baseball starting back up. February 23rd is when spring training starts. Opening day is March 28th, and the Rockies open the season in Arizona. And Coors Field home opener. The Coors Field opener, the home opener. Some people call it opening day, even though that's not totally accurate. That's going to be April 5th. Mark your calendars, guys. We're going to count down to a better season than the one we just lived through. Speaking of Arizona, the Arizona Fall League still going, and no surprises here. Sterling Thompson still going strong. Last night, the Rockies' number 6 prospect roped in a 2-run double for the Salt River Rafters. So he is productive. He's hitting, and it sounds like he's having a good time down in Arizona. We've been keeping track of what's going on in the Mexican Pacific Winter League. Sean Bouchard and Jimmy Herron's team has been facing Michael Tolia's team this week. They're 2 games into the series so far, and I don't think anything really interesting has happened, if I'm going to be totally honest. Also, fun fact, I have been reading so many Mexican news sites and sports sites that I've started to reach my article limit on some of them. The Duolingo bird would be proud. He would be so proud.
My Duolingo bird's mad at me.
My Duolingo bird's also mad at me. Here's the thing. I started Duolingo maybe a year and a half ago, and I had a 100-day streak going at some point, and then I accidentally broke the streak.
And it's just so hard to come back from that.
I haven't been able to bring myself to come back, and literally the Duolingo bird will send notifications to Kelsey Wingert and be like, hey, you should remind your friend Suzie to do Duolingo. So there was a day in the clubhouse where she was like, hey, the Duolingo bird actually asked me to remind you. So I'm just going to do it in person.
Duolingo's
I feel
telling on you.
I feel attacked right now. The Duolingo bird is actually so terrifying. Chris Berg in the chat. I just looked it up. Start the countdown. 147 days. You know what? I can live with that. I was in my group chat this morning, and I was like, I actually don't know what to do with myself without baseball. And my friend Danny was like, it's only 100 days until the season starts, or until we have baseball again. I'm like, no, it's more than that. It's almost that and a half. 147 days until we get some spring training action. I can't wait to get down there already. Well, because it's been so cold here in Denver this week, too. I'm like, dude, I'm ready. I am already looking up Airbnbs for all of spring training because I could only like squat out at my friends' houses so much. It's called manners, and I have none. Guys, also thank you to all my faves in the chat right now. A lot of familiar names, but some great input. I always love it. Always freaking love it. Let's talk about these last couple of games of the World Series because they were, I thought they were very interesting. I thought game 4 was pretty wild. Again, that was the game where I was like, guys, bet the over. And we hit the over in the 3rd inning. That was the Rangers 11-7 win. Most interesting part was those Diamondbacks coming back from an 11-1 deficit to close out the game, making it a 4-run game. That was, yeah. There's also like a bit going on. I think this might just be Rangers fans, but I guess like John Smoltz was like, just like took every opportunity to say something nice about the Diamondbacks, but like even when the Diamondbacks were not playing well. And Bryce Paterick, recent guest of the show, had been pointing all of them out. Some of them were just ridiculous. I'm going to find one now because some of them I was like, no, he did not really say that. He did. Apparently he did. Hold on. I'm going to find it. Hold on. Tiff, beatbox while I look for it. Oh, no, I found it. Just kidding. Can you beatbox, Tiff?
Absolutely not. I was going to do the boots and cats.
The what?
Oh, you just say boots and cats really fast?
Boots.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. Yeah.
Oh, Tiff. Yes. What a fun little thing. Okay, maybe this. I found the tweet that I was referencing, but I think this one might be a joke. John Smoltz when Fott gives up 3 runs. Actually, this is the greatest pitcher of all time. John Smoltz when Max Scherzer gives up 0 runs. This is the worst pitcher I've literally ever seen. Oh my gosh. What a crazy, crazy game that was. Where was I? What was I talking about, Tiff? We weren't talking about beatboxing, that's for sure.
The last 2 World Series games.
Yeah, let's talk about that. It kind of crazy, too, that the Rangers managed to pull that win because they lost. They lost one of their stars, Adolis Garcia, down for the rest of that season with an oblique strain, a moderate oblique strain, so not a light one. A moderate one. Those are tough too. Those are so tough and they're so tough to heal. Like really all you can do is just rest it. And I feel like those take forever. But yeah, Bruce Bochy did say it's not great news. They somehow managed to do it. They managed to win it. And of course, yeah, the Rangers won their first World Series. It is the, this means that there's one less member of the Never Won a World Series club. And we're still in it. We're just one of 5 teams now. Yeah. Tiff, did you watch any of these World Series games?
No.
They
were on in passing. But I will say, maybe that goes towards was this World Series boring or not? Because I caught several of, like, the semifinal games.
Yeah.
Like, between...
The DS?
Yeah. I caught several
or
of
the
those.
CS, I mean, yeah.
But, yeah, I did not catch a World Series game.
Would you have normally caught a World Series game, or is it because, like, you're busy working in sports and these games are on when you're doing other things?
I wouldn't have normally, but because I work in sports now, if it's on, I'm usually like, oh, yeah, like, I'll pay attention to this.
Interesting.
But
Interesting. Johnny in the chat. Hi. Hello. Chris in the chat. Paul Sewald falling apart in the last series of the season was upsetting to see. You know what? I agree, because I think Diamondback fans were definitely expecting a lot more from their closer, and he just didn't get it done. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see Torey Lovello doing those press conferences after that loss? Because he looked like he was basically in tears. He felt so much weight on him for not getting the job done. I mean, I think it was just like a delightful surprise that they even got there. I do. I think that's a win in itself. I think getting to the World Series when you just lost 110 games just a couple of years ago, I think that's a really good win. Good for us here in the NL West. All these successful teams. Speaking, oh my gosh, we'll get into this later, but the Padres are the biggest poverty franchise in baseball history. And there's proof now. Will in the chat, even though the Rangers won the series 4-1, let me be clear here. Arizona is dominating this series. Take away Texas's wins. And Arizona's up 1-0, a masterclass in the World Series. Oh, he's pretending to be John Smoltz. That's good. You got me there. I was like, yeah. I think the Diamondbacks did have like a good amount of fight in them. Will adding, Bruce Bochy has been the best manager in baseball over the past century. Yeah, it feels like he's been managing for the past century. He's got such a great voice, by the way. Oh my gosh. He could have gone into like voiceover acting. He really could have. Do you know about Bruce Bochy's voice? We've got O'Reilly Sorbo here wandering the studios. Hello, everyone, he says, menacingly. Boots and cats. Boots.
I'm so glad I just gave you a new tick.
Thank you. No, I love it. Boots and cats. But I can beatbox. All right. Where, folks, fam. Where were we? Let's talk about our Breck Brew beer of the month. Surprise! It is. It's still Broncos Country Pale Ale because we're still doing Broncos Country Pale Ale season. Let's ride. I love the Broncos Country Pale Ale though, and you can get it for $6 here at the DNVR bar. That is the deal this month. And oh my gosh, nothing's better than a Broncos Country Pale Ale poured into a nice cold glass. And listen, Breck's been doing it for a long time. They've been making these beers for us here in Colorado and beyond for more than 33 years. It all comes down to their love and their passion for making really good beer. And they love the planet too because they're making this with 100% renewable energy. And also, they've got a party coming up. We're celebrating a year of Funslinger. So there's an opening day parking lot party at the Monkey Barrel on November 3rd. Doors open at 5 o'clock, and the first 100 guests get a free Funslinger lager. Wow. Okay, tongue twister. There's going to be games. There's going to be prizes. And Breck's going to give away the 2023 Never Summer Artist Series snowboard. These are always so cool. Designed by local artist Brooks Engel. There's going to be a Never Summer movie premiere and complimentary snowboard tuning. So check out that. Check out everything Breck has going on. You can even find your specific favorite beer near you with the Breck locator. Go to breckbrew.com to find a brew near you. Sounds good. I could use one right now because I'm very depressed that baseball season is over. Maybe not more depressed than Padres fans because the Padres reportedly took out a $50 million loan to cover some costs, including players' salary. That is the biggest L of the season for sure. Not only did they spend so much money and didn't even make the postseason, they can't even afford all the money that they've been spending, and they have nothing to show for it. Just $50 million in debt. That is a poverty franchise, ladies and gentlemen. Although, which position would I rather be in? Would I rather be in a position where a team literally gives it their all and then some to try to make a postseason in terms of what they're spending on players? Or would I rather be where I'm at right now, where the team that I follow lost 103 games and they're either not spending money or they're spending it in weird ways? I'm looking at Chris Bryant after the Nolan Arenado stuff. No offense. A great player, but What are we doing? Which position would you rather be in? I don't know. I think I would rather be in the position I'm in. But I don't know. I'm not totally sold. Try to sell me in the chat. The comments are open. Oh, we've got Will in the chat. The Padres initially wanted to take out $100 million, but MLB limited them to $50 million. That is...
So MLB knew that they needed to take out this loan?
I mean, I think like if it gets down to like, hey, we can't pay our players, like I think MLB is going to find out. That's crazy. Chris in the chat, even if we can afford to spend $50 million for another team to take our players. Oh, we're talking about Nolan. And even Nolan was like a dud this year. I mean, no postseason, no Gold Glove. He's a Silver Slugger finalist, so at least he has that going for him. But damn, it feels like everything the Rockies have touched has kind of been a bust lately. When's it going to change? When's it going to change? Yo, shout out to these dudes in the chat. I am so grateful for you guys. The Rockies are still catching strays. I feel like the Rockies are always catching strays. So this person replied to a tweet. The Arizona Diamondbacks put out a tweet that said, please send your good vibes to us. Someone replied, what happened? 0-11 with runners in scoring position. Worst World Series team since the 2007 Rockies. Okay, why are the Rockies catching strays here? To be fair, we did just have a whole conversation about how the 2007 Rockies actually might have been the worst thing to ever happen to the Rockies. I saw Woody Page's take on it, and I've kind of been converted. I'm not going to lie. The gist of that, of course, was 2007 was the worst thing that happened to the Rockies because it was such an incredible run, and it was so lucky. Talented team, for sure, don't get me wrong, but like it was a lot of luck. And because of that, the Montforts thought what they were doing worked, and we have not been back in that position ever since. Like, not even close. So, Rockies out here catching strays. I will say, oh my gosh, there is a video going around right now of Jacob deGrom when he signed with the Rangers. This is hilarious. The most hilarious thing about this is all of the comments in the replies of that video. So basically, there's a video talking baseball. I posted. Oh, this is from SNY. So when Jacob deGrom left the Mets, signed with the Rangers, he said that he wanted to go to the Rangers because their priority was winning the World Series, and he believed in that, and he wanted to be a part of that. The comments on this video from December 8th, 2022 are so damn funny. There's a better chance that they don't make it to the playoffs with his contracts entirely than... Okay, this actually isn't even like words. So many people, though, in the chat saying... So many people in the replies of this tweet saying they will not win a World Series during his 5-year contract. Babies, they did it immediately. I mean, did he play? Like, no. But still, like, he believed he was going to a team that was winning the World Series, and he was right. He was right. There's so many good, awful takes, though. Someone said, have fun playing golf next October while the Mets are still playing baseball. Hope it's worth the 4% raise. I'm pretty sure the Mets are the ones who are not even in the postseason. They're another team that spent so much money with nothing to show for it, but their owner is an eccentric billionaire, so like he can afford it. The Padres cannot afford. The Padres were trying to play with the likes of owners like Steve Cohen, and it did not work out for them, fam. It did not. And it hurts. And if you got hurt maybe at work, maybe somewhere else, maybe walking down the street, you need to get some help from our friends at Backus and Shanker, because when you get hurt, Backus and Shanker is here to help. They have been helping those who are seriously injured in Colorado for more than 25 years, and it's totally free until they win money in your case. And they've done it a lot, to the tune of more than $1 billion for their clients. Backus and Shanker helps with all kinds of injury cases where you weren't at fault: car accidents, motorcycle, rideshare, pedestrians, trucks. They can even help if you're injured at work. Give them a call at 222-2222 to find out if you have a case for free, because Backus and Shanker wins. And I think if you're watching us on YouTube, I think our camera overheated, which is so fun, especially so close to the end of the show. Never freaking fails. That's hilarious. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up in a couple minutes probably. What else do we have in... Okay, here's another question I want to put out there, guys. Oh, hello. I'm back. Isn't it? It's great to see you. Tiff is such a pro at rolling with the punches, and for that, I admire you. Oh, now people can see my cowboy boots a little better. Bam! Now everyone can see my outfit. What have we been doing this whole show? Here's a World Series fun fact. The Diamondbacks are the first team to eliminate the Phillies from the postseason, but failed to win the World Series since the 2007 Rockies. What a fun fact. For me specifically, and it hurts. What else do we have going on? What else? Oh, yeah, the Red Sox have a new chief baseball officer. They've replaced Chaim Bloom with Craig Breslow. They had a big old press conference for it this weekend. It was on MLB Network because, of course, anything that happens with the Red Sox is national news. These coasts. Guys, this is why we started DNVR, because of all the coast bias. No coast bias. Until like global warming turns Denver into a coastal city. I can't wait. I can wait. And listen, we're gonna wrap up the show. We had a good show. I think we talked about a lot of really great things. I think the comment section was lit. And guess what? It's open even after we end the live stream. So if you've got more to say, it's still there for you. Guys, don't cry because it's over. Sob because it's over. I don't know what I'm going to do with the offseason. I'm probably going to go to the Nuggets game on Saturday. It's the last chance, like these next couple of days, the last chance to get the Nuggets Takeover season pass. DNVR, of course, has the best Nuggets party buses around. There's a bus that's going to take you right here from the bar. You're going to drink all the Brex you can between here and Ball Arena. And then we've got some great seats for all 4 takeovers that we have set up this season. And if you want to go to all 4 of them, buy the season pass now. I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to go to all 4. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Nuggets Takeover Saturday. Nuggets versus Bulls. It'll be like another all-city rivalry. It'll be fun. Tiff, are you going to make it to any Nuggets games?
No. Definitely not.
Definitely not. You're
Definitely
busy.
Not. Yeah, a little. Nuggets games are a little loud for me. They're a little crazy. The vibes are almost too immaculate.
Oh, okay.
But they're fun.
You're such a soft soul, so I could see that.
It's like a little hectic.
Yeah.
I just get little headaches when I go.
Oh my gosh. You're such a hockey girly. It's so cute. My sister's a hockey girly too, and she's also such a soft soul. And also, like, Megan is such a soft soul.
It must, yeah. Which is funny because, like, a lot of, like, our regulars that are hockey fans, like our diehards, they're not soft people.
No, not at all. Guys, this was fun. We're going to do a little Rocks After Dark edition tomorrow. We'll be back at 5 o'clock here on the DNVR Sports YouTube channel. I'll be back. Guess what? Tiff's going to be back too.
Woo, I'll be back.
And who else will we have? It's going to be a surprise. But guys, make sure you tune in Again, Rocks After Dark, 5 o'clock Mountain Time here on the DNVR Sports YouTube channel. You can follow all of the latest Rockies off-season updates at DNVR_Rockies. Tiff, where can we follow you? It's a quiz. Does she know her Twitter handle?
I put it up on the screen. Ha!
It's on the screen. It's at Tiffany with an I_Tano. Yes. Ew. And you can find me at the Suzie Hunter on all platforms. And Tiff Girly, do you know what we like to say about closing out a baseball season?
What do we say about closing out a season?
We say, fuck it, we ball. I will be back tomorrow right here on the DNVR Sports YouTube channel. See you.
We all silly like the mayor.